there, and welcome back to Build with the Boys, and a happy Good Friday to all of you. This is our weekly catch-up, 2 days too late, because I've been out with the kids. We've been doing loads this week. A lot of model building, but also day trips as well. So on Wednesday, when we normally would have brought you this, in my infinite wisdom, I thought, you know what, I could record it on Tuesday and upload it on Wednesday. But I thought, you know what, it'll be fine. By the time we get back, I'll have time to do it. Yeah, I didn't think that through. We went to Alton Towers on Wednesday, and I felt every single day of my 44 years. It's, yeah, I mean, my back hurt just looking at some of those rides. I was like, oh, I'm going to be feeling that in June. So how was our day there? It was like this. Hey! Welcome back to Build with the Boys. Where are we on our way to, boys?
Alton Towers.
We're on our way to Alton Towers. We've got a long journey, so I don't want to hear any, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Is that a deal?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
It's going to be a long drive. So we're 1 hour in to our journny. How you doing, boys?
Tired. Yeah, tired.
You excited, though?
Yeah, I went to sleep.
For like 4 minutes.
Well, no, I went to sleep for at least 20 minutes.
You did not.
No, you did not. Alright, then at least 15.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, next time we see you, we'll be there. Yay!
Yeah.
So we're here. It's now 10 to 11. And Nemesis was down for an hour. So we've been in the queue since this morning waiting to go on Nemesis, but now it's finally open. We're about to get on it. And we'll check back in with you soon. There's people protesting the Nemesis there. There's a lot of actors here sort of wandering around doing the thing. You'll see the Nemesis go past in a second. There she goes. I'll take you down, you can see the eye. There's a really clever rear projection eye down the bottom. It's amazing. You see it do the big loop now. There you go. Hell of a ride. Can you hear this?
Nemesis is currently experiencing a delay that cannot be resolved in the foreseeable future and has ceased operation. Flying scientists are doing their utmost to resolve the situation.
Yeah, so they opened the gate to let us all in, so we all went round to it, and it broke down immediately. So we're an hour and 21 minutes in. Not a single person's ridden it yet. Not a great start. We gave up. It had been down for like nearly 2 hours. We're like, you know what, forget it. Let's just go ride the other stuff. So we're on our way to Galactica, and we're about to jump on that one. So we've been here 3.5 hours, we've been on one ride. This place kind of sucks. So that's Wicker Man. Every time they go through it, the flames fire up. I'm going to try and spin it round so you can see when it happens. But we've had an amp up in rides. We've been on the Curse of Alton Manor twice, we've been on Nemesis Subterra, we've been on the Blade. Queuing for Wicker Man. It's only not so bad. It's only like a 30-minute queue for Wicker Man. Nemesis has broken down 5 times today, which ain't good. The Rapids have broke down. That's not running. The Runaway Train's not running. Oblivion was down all morning. It's running now, but it ain't great because they ain't like they're knocking money off your ticket here. But other than that, it's been alright. The kids are having an absolute blast. But I'm really impressed by the theme of the Wicker Man. It's the first time I've seen it. And it looks amazing. I'm waiting for the car to go through. When it does, I will show you the flames kick up on it because it is impressive. It's really good. A mixed bag. So Nemesis broke down a total of 7 times whilst we were there. Multiple times we joined the queue to get on it. And it broke down again, so we just got out the queue. Bad. It's not good. And that was kind of the theme of the day. So Oblivion broke down for the entire morning. Galactica broke down for a little while. Rita was down for about 3 hours. The Smiler broke down for about half an hour. It was constant. The Curse Alton Manor, which used to be the haunted house, broke down whilst we were on it. Gangster Granny, of all rides, broke down whilst we were on it. So the kids had a great time. It's their first time going there, and they really enjoyed it. But for me, that cost us, just for the four of us to go, cost me just shy of 160 quid for one day. Do better, Alton Towers. Seriously, it wasn't good enough. Was not good enough. The kids had a great day, and that's what matters. The kids really enjoyed it. But I was bitter at what we paid for that. So yeah, be aware if you're taking the kids to Alton Towers, check that everything's running properly, because yeah, not good. Not good. Model-wise, what we've been up to, right? So we built Titanic. Since we last spoke, we did the next four of the Titanic, where we've completed the stand, and it's looking really rather lovely. You can see it standing over on the stand over there. We've installed the speaker to the base, and we've added some more hull parts. Now, I know what's coming up in the next three. So in the next three, we are adding the last two pieces of the hull, but we have our first, as far as more our first, someone might tell me I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. We've had our first, really, issue in 109, where you get a big piece of hull, but you don't install it, you don't do anything with it. Instead, you get three little plates that just block up the screw holes that we've done, and you're going to go, but, and you're done. That's it. So that's all that's coming in 109. 109. And then 110, you get the second piece of hull, so I would imagine we're going to put it all together at once. And then 111, I don't know. But we'll find out. Titanic's looking amazing, and it is coming to its natural conclusion now. We do have 6 months left to go on it, which sounds like a lot, but it's not really. And we'll be done, and we'll be saying goodbye to her. Ending even sooner is the Disney Dolls house. Now I've got up to 114 here, which means we've only got 6 left to go. I have done this week. I just haven't edited them yet. I've built up to 113. I've got 114 to go. Then those will all be up on the channel. So I'm right up to date where we need to be in time for the next ones to come through. But it means we literally have 2 deliveries of the main build left. That's it. So we're going to have one more pack of 4, and then a pack of 2 in May, and that's it. That's the end of the Disney Dolls house, unless they run the extension. They've said nothing yet, but they typically don't. The house shit don't mention extension until right at the end. I mean, it'd be like 116, 117. They go, by the way. It'll be interesting. I can't see why they wouldn't, but there's no guarantee they will. But if they don't, they don't. That's the end of that build. If they don't, they don't. I hope they do, because I've always said I'd like to keep going with the extension. We also got the premium characters with this one as well. We got Anna and Elsa. So now we've got all of the dolls that you're going to get with the main build and the premium build. There are more. Again, with the extension, you do the extension, there are a lot more figures coming. So you get Huey, Dewey, and Louie. You get Sebastian. You get Snowgies, which are a thing from Frozen. You get 3 of those. You get Chip and Dale. If you then go on and do the Halloween extension, you get, it escapes me, you get Mortimer, which is Mickey's nephew. You get Cat as well. I can't think of which cat I want to say it's Ferdinand, but I might be wrong. It might be Lucifer. But you also get outfits. You get Halloween outfits for Mickey and Minnie and whatnot. You can turn them into Halloween characters. So there's a lot, I mean, that you get in that one. You get more large decorative pieces than you do build pieces. The extension is very different. You don't do anything to the house at all. You are building vehicles that go outside, and you can change the theming of the house. So you get Summer extension, which is a nice green truck. You do extend the front of the house as well, so there is an extension to the front of the house, but you can do that away from it. It basically is magnetized, clips onto the front, so your front garden is larger, so it can take these vehicles. It also comes with outside lighting, so you'll get street lamps as well. But you get a nice green truck that parks outside, and then loads of like patio furniture, summer decor. Then for Christmas, you'll get a lot of Christmas decor to decorate the outside of the house. But you get a lot of decorations for the interior of the house. You get multiple Christmas trees and gifts and all kinds of things, snowmen. And you get the Christmas wagon, which is like a large musical light-up wagon. And then for Halloween, same thing. So you get a lot of decor for the outside of the house. You've got bats and things like that. And you have this very large pumpkin wagon. It looks nice. And if they do them, I will keep going. So if you don't want to do them, you can live vicariously through me. But if they don't do them, well, then we're done. We're done. And that's the way it is. But I don't know. We'll find out. I'm actually taking a break at the moment. I'm probably 2/3 of the way through a Rokr build. I'm just taking a break from it quickly. You can see exactly what I've got up to. I'm building the musical stagecoach. It's really nice, really nice. It's going together absolutely lovely. And it's nice to get back to the old clockwork builds. It's a clockwork one. So all the Rokr ones start going electric and battery operated, which is fine. I like what they can do with that because you are limited on what you can do with clockwork. But this is back to the old school. This is back to an old school clockwork model. And I love that. That's really nice. And yeah, that's been great. The other one that we built was we built the farm store from Funholt. Lovely build. Really nice. Check that one out. It's so nice. The detail on the outside of it is absolutely superb. And the price point on it is bang on. It really is nice. So that's been good. I have built, and we'll come on to this. I have been building the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm just not filming it because, again, nanogate rumbles on. So as you remember, we didn't get our free gift. Now, when pack 11 was done, I got an email saying, sorry about the confusion. You will be getting your nano gauntlet in stage 11. Cool. No harm, no foul. We'll go right back to normal and start broadcasting Infinity Gauntlet again and everyone's happy. Then it just disappeared off the order, which had me a little, what's going on there? And I thought, you never know, it might turn up. Well, it arrived yesterday. No nano gauntlet. And I went, So I contacted them and went, hiya. And I'm like, you emailed me telling me I was going to get a nano gauntlet. And they went, oh, right. Can you tell us which issues? And we're back on the carousel. And I was like, Jesus. So I went through them. I then got the generic, sorry, you'll get one when we've got one. And I'm like, okay, well, that's the way it is. So yeah, I'm not broadcasting. I'm not promoting anything from the company that won't be named until they sort this, and not just for me, for everyone. Not just me, for everyone. The other one I've built is Tumblr. So Tumblr's all built as well. I've just got to I've got to upload it basically. And there's a thing in there where you can't screw these in. It's impossible. It's not impossible. If you're building Titanic, it's very, very possible because you would have been given one of these. So I got this with the Titanic build. There you go. Just angled. I mean, that's it. Just off you go. Now, I will say this. Hachette and Tumblr people should have given one of these because that is such a unique thing to screw in. You should have given the tool to do it because it's not a tool that everyone has. So it would be nice to give people an angled screwdriver. That's what that is. Yeah. So it's mine are in. I mean, I've seen people find all kinds of ingenious ways of getting around it. I mean, even though it's just gluing it. But I mean, it's you can do it. I mean, you can get these for pennies. These aren't expensive. You know what I mean? So you can get one of those, and it's a good thing to have. If you're a modeler, you should have one in your kit. You just should, because you're always going to come up against these things where, if you got to get into a very tight spot, screw something in, it makes sense for you to have one. You should have one. So get one, man. Get angled screwdrivers. You're going to need them. Makes life a lot easier. It really does. New model-wise, nothing really. I mean, I've heard nothing on the... it's all quiet on the Western Front regarding new models. There's that many that have gone through the trial stage and whatnot. At this point, I think it's just waiting for them to be released now. I don't particularly want to see more trials at this stage. I want to see stuff that's been trialed start making an appearance. As great as it is, here's another trial, here's another trial, here's another trial. Yeah, fantastic. Give us something we can actually subscribe to now at this point. That's kind of where we are. So ones that have done the rounds of recent that I think have got a shot are the Interceptor that Hachette trialed. That was the Mad Max car. Now it'd be interesting to see what happens with that, whether or not it remains just being called the Interceptor or if they get the license for Mad Max. It'd be nice to see it actually get officially Mad Max. That would be good. But we'll see. I'd like to see that one. I think that sounds a legitimate shot, and I can see that being the one that gets released kind of like midsummer. They tend to release one. I don't know why, but they tend to release one kind of August, September time. They always do. I think Stobart launched around about that time. I'm sure Stobart was around about August or September. And I'm pretty sure Alien was as well. I might be wrong. I think Alien was. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see with Interceptor. I don't know how we're going to see it either. We might see it where it's, if you want it, it's Alien style where it's 10 packs, or it might be It might be a weekly subscription, I don't know. So there's that one from Hachette. The other one as well from Hachette is Batman. So the Batman figure, we know that's floating around as well. So I don't know, right? Now, the only thing I can think is I think when Tumblr launches in France, which it hasn't, Batman figure will launch here. So I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen at the end of... Part of me is seeing that we're way off getting that. Part of me is thinking that you're not going to see that until Tumblr ends, and then here's your next Batman build. I might be wrong. If you're going to see it, it's going to be Christmas, I reckon. But again, it might be this summer. I don't know. But these are the ones where I'm thinking, right, okay, you need to pull the trigger on this then. So Batman figure, Interceptor, the Dalek, from those who won't be mentioned. No, the Dalek was Hachette. Yeah, the Dalek was Hachette. It was. So that's 3 Hachette have got right there. Those who won't be mentioned have always got stuff floating around. I keep hearing rumours about stuff they've got coming out. But maybe they should get control of what they've got before they start releasing more and more and more. For those of you that were panicking that DeLorean has gone, it'll come back. It'll come back. It got relaunched in America. They'll relaunch it over here as well, I would imagine. Look at Millennium Falcon. That was just gone for years. Then all of a sudden, here it is again. They'll do the same. It's just you cool something off and bring it back, and now all of a sudden it's shiny and new, you know? So you'll see those again, I'm sure you will. The ones you won't see again are like Spitfire. Agora didn't pick it up. Hachette, I think, acknowledged. Hachette one and done on most things. Agora didn't pick it up, I think, because of all the problems it had. So I think Spitfire is the only one of recent memory that I think is gone forever. Doll's House, I think, is gone forever. I think once the Doll's House is done, it's done. Unless Hachette 3, 4, 5 years from now run it again, Doll's House is gone. I can't see that being launched anywhere else. I don't know why Hachette aren't selling to America. I find that weird. Really weird. And who knows? I mean, Agora might pick up the Doll's House. I can't see them picking up the Doll's House, but they might. It doesn't really fit their it doesn't really fit their model. It doesn't really fit their style, but they might. I don't know. But it would be nice. I mean, a lot of people are seeing these Doll's Houses finish up now and thinking, man, I wish I'd done that. And it's like, yeah, well, too late. I mean, you could go and get one, and there are people out there selling them. So, I mean, you could, there are people that bought all of them and haven't built it, that you could get it, theoretically. But I don't know. It's one of those things where, unfortunately, with Partworks, if you want it, you should get it. You can't be too mad about it if 4 years after it was launched, it's been cancelled. It's like, well, yeah, I know. It's you know, you had your opportunity, you had your window. So it's the way it is, you know. What have you been watching? I've been to the cinema twice this week. As I said, I've been on day trips with the kids and whatnot, but I went to see something a bit more adult last night. Monday, we went to see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. What did I think of it? It was all right. That's the best thing I can say about it. It was okay. They say critics savaged it. Critics didn't savage it. No critics are saying this is an awful film. They're all just going, it's all right. It's average. And it is. It's incredibly average. In my opinion, as Ghostbuster films go particularly, it's mad average. If I had to rank it out of the 4, I don't acknowledge 2016 exists. The 4 main Ghostbusters films, it's dead last. Significantly last as well. So it just feels, I don't know, unnecessary. It feels, I don't know. It's a really strange one to explain. There are elements in it that I didn't particularly enjoy. I think my problem with it is as well is that I didn't mind the kid Ghostbusters in Afterlife. That made sense. And I don't mind them, to be honest with you. I don't mind them in Frozen Empire, but I don't need teen angst in a Ghostbuster film. Right, I've never once thought, do you know what would really make Ghostbusters peak? A young girl that can't make friends and is all angsty. No, it didn't. That never really. No, it's not there. I don't need family dynamics. If they make another one of these, which they're probably going to, because this one's made a boatload of cash. If they do make another one of these, I'm done with the family Ghostbuster. I don't need to see that. I don't want to see the Von Trapp Ghostbusters. I'm not interested, right? So the mother of the family takes over the Janine role. Gruberson, I don't know, find something for him to do. The original Ghostbusters, keep them in the lab. They don't need to be out busting. Lucky just lifts straight out. There's no reason for it to be in America. There's no in New York. There's no reason for it to be part of the Ghostbusters. They're having to find ways to shoehorn these kids in. Podcast is the same. They've had to find a way to sort of insert podcast into this because of the set in the original film where they were all in Oklahoma, was it? That's where they live. So it's weird that these kids now all of a sudden just happen to be spending New York summer in New York together. So there's no reason for them to be there. So Lucky and Podcast, I just think, lift out. You can keep Phoebe, you can keep Trevor, and then introduce a couple more Ghostbusters to it. I kind of want snarky adult Ghostbusters. I don't want teen angst. I don't. I'm not interested. I'm not interested about teenagers discovering their sexuality via Ghostbusters. I just don't. It's not what I want. I want busting ghosts. Let's get back to that, shall we? Because there's very little ghost busting in Ghostbusters: The Heroes of Empire. That's the other problem as well. Can we just go out and bust some ghosts instead of, arguing with mum and dad? That's my issue. But if you're a fan, you're going to go watch it. Now, I am a fan. I'm a humongous fan of Ghostbusters, but I'm not one of those fans where just because you slap a No Ghost logo on it means I'm going to love it. Because I don't think it does. And I've heard weird insults where like, oh, you don't like it because it was made for the fans and you're not a fan. I'm like, no, you like it because you will literally eat anything. They slap a No logo on. There you go. There's the Moogly. You'll enjoy that, won't you? No, I need more from my Ghostbusters. I need more. And that's just the way it is. The other thing I went to see is last night I went to watch Late Night with the Devil, which is this one. So what is that? Well, it is a found footage movie. Now, before you roll your eyes, I was tired of shaky camcorder found footage movies. But this is something different. So what this is this is about a talk show that was called Night Owls, that was rivaling Johnny Carson in the 1970s. It was Johnny Carson's rival. And they were always like this. Johnny Carson was always here. Night Owls was always here. And it just couldn't beat Johnny Carson in the ratings. And it goes into all the things that they tried to do to beat it in the ratings. And one of them was on Halloween night, which was the most important night of the year, Sweeps Week, where it decides whether or not they get continue the series or whatnot. They decide they're going to have a Halloween special. And this went out live. And they were going to have a hypnotist, a medium, a magician, and the author of a book called Conversations with the Devil, who is currently looking after a girl who is the survivor of a mass suicide cult who they think is possessed by the devil. And the show gets weirder and weirder as it goes on. So it's done beautifully. It looks like a 1970s show. Everything about it looks 1970s. The costumes, the titles, the music looks fantastic. But things start to go weird in the studio. Things start to go unusual. And then they sort of ramp up with more and more severity. And you kind of see where this is going to go, and it ends in a crescendo. My main criticism of it is, but it's the nature of the beast. With any found footage movie, they will just end. So they always have abrupt endings. Any found footage movie, be that Paranormal Activity or the Blair Witch Project or anything like that, always have a very abrupt ending, because the nature of found footage, you wouldn't film an ending. You know what I mean? It would just cut. And that is kind of what happens with Late Night with the Devil. But it's worth your time. It's very unusual. It's not going to be for everybody. And it is not your classic horror fare. So this isn't jump scares and things like this. It is a sense of impending doom. There's a very uneasy air that builds and builds throughout it. And you know that this is all going to kick off at some point. And it does. And it's very good. It is going to be available on Shudder. So there is a subscription horror channel called Shudder, which you can get through Amazon and a few other things. This is going to be on there in about 2 weeks' time. It's going to be on there, but they wanted to give it a theatrical run. And I'm glad I went to see it. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it's worth your time. For Good Friday, if you've never seen it, I was horrified to learn how many people hadn't seen this today when I started talking about it. And I'm like, really? And everything, yeah, no, I've never seen that. I'm like, how have you never seen it? It's Good Friday. You should be watching this. The Long Good Friday is hands down the best British gangster film ever made, and I will die on that hill. It is absolutely bloody superb, because before it went all, you know, Mockney East End gangster, this is more, it's believable, and it's very good. It's really good, and it's all about a very long Good Friday when everything that could go wrong does go wrong. For Bob Hoskins' character Harold Shand, who's on the point of closing one of the biggest deals he's ever seen, and he's trying to turn organised crime legitimate. And there's been peace amongst everyone for a long time, and he's kept it, and he's trying to make them into something a little bit more legitimate, but things go horribly, horribly wrong. And it's a fantastic film, and if you've never seen it, you need to. It is the best, and it is ridiculously quotable. I was gonna spoil some lines up, but I'm not going to. But give it a go if you haven't seen it. Seriously, The Long Good Friday is bloody superb. It is a tour de force from Bob Hoskins. It's got a very young Pierce Brosnan in it as well, which is interesting. Pierce Brosnan was about 18 or 19, I think, in it. But you'll spot him and you'll go, oh my God, Pierce Brosnan. It's a good one. It's a really good one. There's also a Batmobile in it, right? So there is a 1966 Batmobile in it, but they painted it yellow. Don't know why, but you'll see it. There is a 66 Batmobile painted yellow in this movie. Don't know why, but there is. But it's a great one. If you celebrate it, happy Easter to everybody. I do not celebrate Easter as such, but I will enjoy the weekend and I will enjoy some chocolate. We have the live build coming up tomorrow night. Very excited about that. So we are building the Rokr electric guitar, which is this one right here. Now, you do still have enough time to join us if you want to. You can get that from Amazon. If you get it on Amazon Prime or you pay for the next day delivery, that will be here by tomorrow afternoon. So you could have one tomorrow afternoon, join in with us. 6 p.m. tomorrow night. That's 6 p.m. British time, Greenwich Mean Time, because the clocks go backwards on Sunday. So it's our last 6 p.m. On Saturday. It's going to be fun. And again, it's very chill, so we're not going to burn through anything like that. If it takes hours, it takes hours. It's not like we're just going to, so you can jump in, jump out. If you're not building it, you can still jump in and build with us, or watch along with us. It's not requiring anyone to be on screen or anything like that. It's just a bit of chat, a couple of drinks. It's going to be fun, right? It's going to be fun. We did one on New Year's Eve and it was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this one. But we are building that little electric guitar. I've never built that before. And the difference is, when we built Big Ben on the last one, I built it before. So I knew what I was going into. This one, not a clue. For all I know, it's a bloody nightmare, right? But I don't know. It's got strings. That's not going to be fun. Immediately, the strings aren't going to be fun. But I don't know. That might take us an hour. It might take us 4 hours. I have not a clue. But we're going to find out. But we'll stay till the job's done. So if it takes hours, it takes hours. But we'll stay till the job's done. That's about all from me. I have got, as I said, loads coming up. So the Stagecoach will be up this afternoon, this evening. And then it's just a case of editing Tumblr and Doll's House. Those will be out soon. Lancaster Bomber, I've also got as well. I am up to stage 9? 8. So I built up stage 8 and filmed up stage 8. Again, just got to edit those and those will be up as well. Loads and loads coming up. If I've got time, I've got a book nook and I really want to build it on Sunday. Easter Sunday book nook. That's going to be fun. But I've got to go on another day trip. I'm going on another day trip. My back hurts, my neck hurts, my feet hurt. I'm old. I can't. Day trips used to be fun. Now they're like, how much walking's involved, man? So it's an interesting one. That is all from me. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel massively. If you've got any questions, you can pop in the comments down below, or you can email us at buildwiththeboys@outlook.com. In a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. Have a great Easter. Eat entirely too much. Drink even more. And there's no work on Monday. Good times. Let's have some fun. I will see you for the live build tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.